Hi there, I hope you're good. So, I want to talk about how to still embody your soul confidence when you are being disregarded. This is different to being disrespected, in that, of course, when you're being disregarded, you can feel disrespected, but being disregarded isn't always intentional, and being disregarded isn't always the same as being overtly or expressly disrespected in some form or fashion. So, someone can disregard your opinion, your feelings, your perspective, or your very presence in a certain context or situation. So you are the person in the family WhatsApp group that nobody really cares when you're commenting. They're not disrespecting you per se, but they're disregarding you. Or people in your life tend to disregard your feelings a lot, or people in your work environment tend to disregard how things will impact and affect you. As citizens, we can often feel disregarded by our governments in some of the policies that they make. We think, did they have no regard for how this was going to impact a certain sector group of people? Or other people in your life may completely disregard you in terms of how something will or will not affect you, where it's relevant in that context. So when you're being disregarded, it can be quite difficult to then be sure of yourself in that moment, to hold assuredness of your own mind, a certainty of your own emotions, and to be able to then exercise your will accordingly, which is then embodying soul confidence. So, how do you then embody your soul confidence when you're being disregarded? First of all, register that you're being disregarded. Not everybody always does, because you can make excuses for people who are actively disregarding you in their life and the choices that they make. And it is so important. It is so important to, first of all, register that I am being disregarded right now by this person. And then understand, are they intentionally disregarding you, which more often than not they are, or are they not intentionally disregarding you? So if it's unintentional, then it's easy. Just raise that with the person or people that, hey, have you considered this, or have you considered that in this context? But if you are being intentionally disregarded, the second thing to do is to then take action on that as well. So don't just sit there and woe is me, oh my God, it's so rough, they don't regard my feelings, or they don't take me into consideration. Don't do that. Take action in that context to make sure that the people who are disregarding you, or the person who is disregarding you, knows that you are not the one to have that be done to. It's so easy to wallow and fall into some victim mindset, like, oh my God, they're being so mean. And they're being so cruel. And sometimes they are, or they're disregarding you, and they definitely are. But that's not the way to handle that if you want to embody soul confidence. You are not going to trust yourself if you let other people disregard you when you are aware that you are being disregarded. So take positive action to rectify you being disregarded in that moment. So if someone is disregarding your feelings, raise it with them. Make sure that they know how you feel, but raise it in a calm and rational manner that doesn't aggravate the situation even more. If someone is disregarding your perspective, make sure that your perspective gets heard in that moment. If someone is disregarding your existence, maybe reconsider that whole relationship in its totality. But it's so important when you are being disregarded to take positive action to rectify that, because you don't deserve that. People don't need to like you, but to disregard you is something else completely. And if you are being actively disregarded in a situation, make sure that you take positive action to rectify that, so that you can fully embody your soul confidence in those moments.